Hey, Queen Common Sense back in the building. Just adjusting here. Don't want the sound to blow the eardrums. Let me refresh. And good evening, grand evening. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Is the chat open? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, child. So, hello. It's been a minute. Um, I don't know who the hell I am, but I'm back. And Butterfly Totem, we're getting ready to get down because I've been thinking about our daughters a lot. Our daughters, our granddaughters, even our nieces, like our daughter-esque in our lives, as women. And that's a special word, you know. I learned in the Navajo Siche. I think I did that right. I can't remember. But that's what daughter means, Siche, in Navajo. I'm still learning. So if anybody speak Navajo out there, don't cuss me out because I'm still learning. So, yeah, I just came back to touch base and, so we can do our thing tonight. We've been hustling. We got that $40 a day goal that we've been doing. And I took a little time off from the, you know, social media, a couple days off because, spirits get high sometime. And, I don't want to act ugly no more. You know, I just refuse to act ugly anymore. Um, because, the more energy you spend trying to show somebody how stupid and retarded they are, the more brain cells that you lose of your own. So that energy could be spent just not doing that, not acting ugly. Let's put it that way. But I'm here because I want to hold it down for our daughters. Um, Daughters are very precious, mother and daughter. That's one of the most sacred bonds you can have as a daughter mother bond that is loving, um, supportive, as well as chaotic sometimes, um, disagreeable. All of those make up a lovely, lovely daughter. And shout out to my feisty little daughters too. That's what I like to see, some spunk in our ladies. Keep it demure, but still got a little firecracker at the end. Just in case. That's what I love about my daughters, my nieces. It's so many young women that I'm attached to, and I feel so blessed because I feel close to each one of them different. You know, it's it's a very keen difference when you're close to different young ladies that have a special niche in your heart that just yank the fuck out your heartstrings, just put it in a chokehold. They so damn cute. You just be like, oh God, take all my money, let's go shopping, you know, whatever, just feed you, you're hungry. That's just how I am, with the girls. Um, Holding it down for our daughters. It's very important that we hold our young ladies down. and not just helping them and motivate them, but keeping them accountable because they keep us accountable. When you have a good, just supernatural connection to your baby girls, they keep your ass kind of like, half of you, you wrong, you wrong. But they'll do it in a way to, you can't get mad at them because you see yourself in them. So you gotta act right, when they check you. So it's a sweet, like loving check though. And I love it because they teach me a lot about resilience. Little girls are very resilient. Not that boys aren't, but this is all about the daughters. So don't get your little feelings hurt and be emailing me and commenting on the goddamn thing, talking about you ain't talking nothing about no little boys. This is the daughter one. I'll do the son one later. By the way, shout out to my youngest Cherry. He's 21 on today, and as a matter of fact, yeah, he was already born at this time. He's about 45 minutes old, 21 years old. Yeah. So I ain't got no more babies. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So daughters, we gotta hold them down. They're good teachers. They're excellent teachers of resilience. And I just listen a lot to them when they're talking to me and talking amongst themselves sometimes. And, some of the stuff that they endure now, like I would be in prison. You know what I'm saying? I'd be in jail, in prison, under the jail, somewhere chained up with a hug me coat on. If I was present during some of the stuff that goes down that they have to endure. And I've noticed with a lot of the younger generation and their parents, those of us in the 40s and 30s and late 20s, a lot of our mothers, the moms, are bitter and angry and they resent their daughters. They're very jealous of their daughters because they're so close in age. And a lot of those type of damaged souls, um, they waste a lot of time trying to be right. You know, they waste a lot of time, trying to be the superior to their daughter instead of trying to understand her better, relate to her as her younger self, and say, I remember when I was going through this at whatever age, and kind of, have a deeper connection other than, just do as I say because I'm your mom, and then the rest of the picture is left blank. Like, then what are they supposed to do with that information? Like, how are they supposed to learn critical thought and trust in themselves? You're not teaching them how to trust themselves because you don't trust them enough to let them in close enough to have these intimate talks that mother and daughter should have before she goes off on her own, you know. Um, Having those times together, one-on-one time with your daughters, you know, is so important, that we do more listening than we do talking. Um, they're searching, they're kind of feeling around for their independence and getting to know who they are, what they want out of life, what type of people they want in their life. They're figuring all that out, you know, right before college, during college, a little bit after college. They're still exploring. And it's very important to encourage our daughters, and build them up, build their character. I talked about a watery woman code on another stream I did, and I noticed there are a lot of young ladies coming up with no dignity, no personal, internal self-respect, very low self-esteem. And that's part of why we have a lot of going on that we do with our youth, doing such destructive things to themselves and to each other. And when you listen to some of the young ladies talk, you can tell they're very angry, they're frustrated, they're wound up, you know, really stressed out at a young age, just voice just strained up here, just they're always shouting, because they're just so wound up tight. And nobody's took the time to really truly listen to them and validate the layers upon layers of things that they're dealing with that no one has ever took time to address. As a daughter myself, I can relate to that, and I can relate to other end of that spectrum too, where I did my very best, not always good at it, but I try very hard to have those relatable moments with my daughters, nieces, the ones that are in college age now, all through their life really. But now that they're emerging into adulthood and in self-sufficiency, being independent of you per se, that's important too, just like when they're babies. Very critical time. And if we don't validate the womanhood in our daughters by giving them a standard, how we live, not just what somebody told you to tell them or what you were told as a young woman, we need to raise the bar a little bit higher for their character, loyalty, self-respect, dignity, stuff like that is very, very important. And I see a lot of young women that are not getting what they need from their mothers before they branch out on their own. Their mothers don't have any regard for a lot of these young girls who are trying to piece their lives together and are lost and clueless on what to do, which way to go, just period. Survival is all they can focus on, is just trying to survive. And when you show these young women love and compassion and patience, it's like electricity. They light up like a Christmas tree. When we older women, elders, as some of y'all motherfuckers say, old hags, if we were much sweeter and much nicer to them in an auntie type fashion, older sister, for those that are not related, still in spirit, you're still connected. And I think the spirit is just as strong as DNA sometimes. But you see the universe in their eyes when you tell them just how beautiful they are within. Tell them how sweet and demure they are. Give them compliments that build their character, not their ego. Let them show off how smart and intelligent they are. And remind them often of just how smart they are, and how worthy they are to be happy. Happy is the key. I see so many unhappy women, very broken, like I said, very angry. They need validation, and they're constantly trying to create that one up over somebody else. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. You know, they always got to one up whoever they come in contact with, and they don't even subconsciously oblivious to it. No clue. And having conversations with some of those people it's very exhausting. That's why I hide in the house. Because people seem to just love walking up to me and just start talking. Like I know them forever. And I'm sitting there looking through my shades at some of these people like, who the hell are you and what makes you think I want to know all that shit? I don't care. I don't know you. Go away, you know. But as an empath, though, you know, that happens all the time. People think that I'm just a damn random sponge. Here, just walk up to this lady and start talking. Crying, you know, all kinds of stuff. But, you know, holding down our daughters, I just think about my own daughter and all the things that she has shown me over the years and what type of electrifying personality that she has. She is something else. But when she is angry, child, Lord, ooh-wee. But I'm glad she has that fire in her because I know that she'll be able to protect herself when I'm gone, you know, spiritually protect herself. And of course, Niecy Pooh over here, you know, she be trying to kill folks lately, be trying to run people over with shopping carts and I'm just playing. No, but she's coming out her shell and she's starting to see the sickness of how people are.
Then told me on the first he was gonna throw a rock at me. Because I told him about how I threw a rock at somebody at the library. I was like, well, that's not nice.
Well, I bet your mother gonna leave you alone there one.
He said he was being watched on his way over here.
Yeah. Pass me a square, son. So yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm tired.
I was like, well, now you know what we go through.
And we've been street harassed today by the same goddamn truck.
Like 2 or 3 cars.
You know, my mind is still a little fucked up because we try to celebrate Benji's birthday, take the dog out, get some work done. It's damn about to rain. We in the park playing with the damn dog. She would just don't want to come home. So this truck kept
It was like 2 or 3 of them.
Kept circling around. We live right by the highway. So you can take a loop-de-loop in 2 different directions, make a figure 8, and circle around where we were in the park. It's a kind of triangular effect. And you get off and on the same motherfucking exit and be stalking somebody in the park. That's what happened. It was like 3 vehicles who came all the way around that loop like 4 times. Why? I don't know.
And then that motorcycle too. The motorcycle made it 5.
Yeah, 5 vehicles. We down in the hole in the park. Like it's sand hills down here. So you go down in the park. Some parks be up on top of the hill. It just depends on where you at in North Carolina. It's very beautiful, but it's when it's rainy and wet, you know, it's lots of mud. So we go down away from the road so Bella can run around and act retarded. And yeah, not run out in the damn street like she made a fucking rubber, you know, like she made a silly putty or something. This child is special, okay? Bella is special. But we was in the hole, down in the hole, away from the street. Couldn't nobody really see unless you had to come ease up to the light. Then you could look across the park and see people in the park. And that's what they was doing. Kept riding around, just kept circling around. So, you know, that's another reason why we have to hold down our daughters and really validate who they are and how special they are because of shit like that, street harassment. You know, it's the country. It ain't no goddamn sidewalks. We minding our motherfucking business in the park. Why are you What is it that bad, y'all? I'm just want to know. From what's wrong with the male species?
I know, but I'd appreciate it. People quit beeping and yelling at me out the window.
What's wrong with y'all? What's the matter? Why you got to howl? That's all I want to know. Why you have to howl and yell and shout and shit? Why? Somebody tell me why that's necessary. You email me.
I don't get it, especially when a female is covered out there. They do it anyway. It's like it doesn't even matter.
That's all I want to know. Just why? You know, that kind of stuff in Chicago get your face blown off. You don't know who packing. And here it's open it's open carry. You can open carry here?
My god sister does.
Open carry?
She almost shot somebody in leaving Walmart one time.
Can I trouble y'all for an ashtray? I'm sorry, y'all. This is kind of ghetto, but I'm just, we got to hold down our daughters. They need us because the world is sick, y'all. Sick is sick, and it's real twisted people out there who are bored and they have nothing else better to do with their spare time. Thank you. Than to fuck with other folk. For what? I don't know. A lot of these, some dudes in the South, they like to roll up like they know you. And I talked about that before. Now, I'm not from here. I can't get used to that. And we have to be so careful to warn our girls what they're dealing with out here. They're young. And a lot of these hebophiles, they think just because they're young that they have malleable brains, like they just stupid and dumb, and a lot of men think that, especially when they see attractive young girls. And they might be alone. They think they might be alone. It's a subtle kind of predator. They lurk around in public facilities, libraries, the courthouse, the rec center in the neighborhood. Yeah, food places in little plazas, little bodegas. We call them bodegas in Chicago and in New York. The little Arab stores that sell hot food, and you can go in there and get stuff out the deli and stuff like that. Them niggas, they be in there, sitting in there reading the newspaper, looking at all the women coming in there. And if they get real pushy and you walking or you need to get to your vehicle and it's a distance down, they'll fucking follow you. Be careful. We gotta hold our daughters down.
I'm standing at the window the whole time.
We have got to alert them of this dysfunction. It's a sickness. It's a pandemic now. And if we don't tell them how beautiful and how gorgeous they are, build their spirit, challenge them, make them accomplish tasks that build their character, like endurance tests, walking miles and miles. That's all we fucking do is walk this damn dog, and she will walk from here to Pensacola, Florida if we let her. But we walk and talk sometimes. A lot more than sometimes, but when we're together, don't nobody fuck with her. But when they think she by herself, or if I'm around the motherfucking corner, honey, oh, they all in her face like flies to shit, like bees to honey. You would think she had a damn brisket necklace on in the middle of some wild hyenas. That's how they act. And I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, like when you're not around, Devin being not around, I don't really do much with Ashley. I think they'd be more focused on her, but they don't deal with her. Like they just...
Yeah. So that's why I say that, and it's not because of the physical act of following a woman. It's psychological too. That fucks with you, and from experience, being in the entertainment business, being in the gospel sector, and just being around a whole lot of sleazy folk working as a nurse, when you're dealing with the public, you have got to pay attention to how people are, and it's not what they do, it's how they do it.
Hospitals, offices,
Yeah, hospital,
schools.
office buildings, schools. You got to educate your daughters when they're young. When they start learning what dating is and things like that, you have to stranger danger. And this is a whole new breed of ugly, honey.
Now they can get sexually harassed in school.
There is men waiting on the damn bus stop for these children to get off the bus. And they follow these little girls and groom them day by day by day, blowing their head up, telling them how cute they are and how, oh, you so special. I knew you were special when I saw you, this, and that, and the other thing. We got to hold down our daughters. It's very important to have your mama's approval constantly. It's not just, oh, yes, I love you, I'm proud of you. And then you don't say shit until she's 21, ready to go to grad school or some shit. Then you say, oh, I'm proud of you. Ongoing.
It's just like, okay.
Not every time they do what they're supposed to do. When they do extraordinary things like show compassion to someone when they're hungry, hurting, taking care of other living beings. Those are character builders. Is what we need to do together with our daughters once they are merged into adulthood. Giving them validation, female camaraderie. I didn't say friendship. I said camaraderie, which is teamwork in the capacity of handling business. Her womanly business that she's supposed to handle. Using her brain and her creativity, character builders. That's what I mean by holding our daughters down. Don't just slap them up in something and then watch from the sideline, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, I paid this amount of money for this amount of dance school. Did you research it? Have you ever been a dancer? Do stuff that you both can do together and enjoy. Interactive stuff. So that's character building for our young ladies, our women, the goddamn ladyhood. That's what the hell it is. And it's especially disturbing to me when I see the males are getting older. Like the age group of males who pray hebephiles, they old as hell now. They fucking 60-something years old. Okay?
57 and up.
Old enough to be my motherfucking daddy. Chasing 20-somethings and 18-somethings.
Trying to feel young again. Part of it.
And a low self-esteem, broken, bitter, resentful little girl is an easy target. They have houses, dilapidated places to live, warehouses, lost as shit, industrial buildings. They kind of build out and try to house troubled young women. And what they do when they house them is they secret sex slave or whatever kind of slave. And they groom these young women who don't know no better, just like a pimp would. But it's an old ass man, and he rotates little girls in their 20s, 18, 19. And some of them might be strung out. the little girls. Some of them might have been orphaned, you know. Some of them just didn't have nobody. And a lot of them are homeless or damn near homeless. Some of them have children. And this is why it's so very important to stop slut shaming women, period, because they have children. You know, people say, and it's been posted and all that, you know, my dog has lost her mind, sorry. People say, you know, the most dangerous place for a black baby is in his mama's womb, referring to abortion. Now, goddamn it, if you feel that way, then why the hell do you goddamn attack and slut shame the mama after she gave birth to the baby because she didn't marry the father or he didn't marry her or whatever the case may be? Why now is she considered damaged goods? If life is so precious and she bore the life and it is a whole person outside of her body, why then in turn turn around and attack the mother for taking the journey of motherhood on by herself? Isn't the mama's life just as precious as the child, whether it's two parents or one? Isn't her life just as legitimate as the child? So why are we jumping up and down on the necks of single mothers who chose life and who chose to raise her child and not give it to strangers or murder it? Why now is she being vilified for choosing life? Had she killed the baby, you would vilify her for being a baby murderer. So goddamn it, the woman can't win for losing when it comes to childbirth, you know. And that's another thing I would like to present too is with this goddamn street harassment. Before I go too far with that, I'm gonna put a push pin in the single motherhood. We're gonna go back to street harassment real quick because I'm gonna speak directly to the sickos. Y'all something dumb. You know what? Okay, women, like I said before, women are not your sexual goddamn toilet dumping ground. Number one. Number two, do y'all foolish, dumb nimrods think that this woman that I'm trying to force her to talk to me, maybe she doesn't feel well today. Maybe she has a headache. Maybe prior to very serious, maybe she just lost a loved one. Maybe her child is sick, you know, or maybe she is on her way to pick up her child from a play date or something like that. You know, do you not stop to think that the fuck just because you want to say something to us women that we are obligated to deal with that shit on top of whatever else we doing, like on our way to do. God damn it, we ain't just running around the fucking city aimlessly, not collecting or dropping off no humans. Okay, all that fucking running around, you think we doing that shit for our health? Do you think that a woman wants to hear your fucking yammering? Do you consider what she might be going through before you open your stupid yapper?
I call it dope sometimes.
Before you open that trash bucket that you call your mouth with all that damn stupid shit coming out of it, don't make zero sense, and then you speaking out of the side of your neck. What make you think a woman want to listen to that shit if she's standing there waiting on the bus or
Trying to get to the library.
trying to get somewhere from point A to B? It's hot as fuck. And you want to stop her. She could be on halfway to a damn heat stroke. And if she fell out in the damn street in front of some of y'all niggas, you would take advantage of her instead of calling the damn ambulance. Some of y'all twisted. You need to stop to think about that, you know? Predators are narcissistic too. They don't care how you feel. You're not a person, you're an object. You know, that ties in with building the character of our daughters, holding them down, letting them know that no matter how they arrived here, their life is precious. And they are precious spirits. We have to do that. Society can't do it. The internet makeup tutorials can't do it. You know, all the self-help books and tapes and meditations and stuff that you can just press play on won't do it. We have to connect spiritually with our daughters. Meditate together. Meditate about each other, how you want to strengthen those areas of your relationship that might not be as strong. How to try to regrow the communication between the two of you if you have fell off a little bit. That's what I'm talking about, character builders. And forgiveness is very important between your mom and the daughter. Forgiveness, understanding what it means in order to evolve. It's not just I'm letting you off the hook, you my child or you my mom, I forgive you. No. Really understanding why they need forgiveness, why this is a need for it, I should say, between mother and daughter, why it should always grow. You know, forgiveness should grow because you're honest and open with each other. There's no secrets, there's no surprises, you know, and it's a healthy boundary there. Her identity is separate from yours. Character builder, embracing the fact that you guys have a lot of differences, just like you have a lot of similarities. That's another character builder. Being an independent entity, respected, not as my mama's daughter, but this is who I am, independent of her genes. We're two totally different people, two separate people, yet connected with love and DNA and everything else, science. Relations connect us. You know, those are things that build characters in our young girls. So when they are targeted, when the goddamn crosshairs, you know, start beating in on them, they are not easily pulled in and you know, won't be led off by the piccolo player. You know, because it's real out here. I'm telling you, it's real. It's not just our men doing it. It's all cultures of men doing it. And I use that term loosely when I say men. I really mean to say males. Because them ain't human. That I see, that we see, screeching out of car windows like damn hootenanny owls. You know, you see women walk down the street, you pull over to the curb and slow your vehicle down. You don't even know these fucking women. What up? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that is. What's going on with that? You don't stop to think that that woman might not want to be bothered. You know? And every encounter you have doesn't have to be like wild motherfucking kingdom and shit. So that's enough. I'm not gonna talk to the sickos no more. Then they start to like it the more you abuse them. You know what I'm saying? Then they want me to talk to them all goddamn time. I'm not gonna do that. So we had to watch our babies, you know, because they're still learning. And some of this shit is scary as hell. And I'm like, you know, if I wasn't so damn vicious, I'd be terrified too. I'd be scared to death. But you know what? I'm more scared of what the hell I will do. What I'll do to somebody else. Especially preying on females. You know, that's real sick. Because you assume that you can overpower her to fulfill your sickness. You know, and I say it all the time, it's a whole lot of us that just don't get down like that. We don't make good targets. You know, and I think they can sense that too. They sense it. They know who to fuck with. They're like,
They know who cuss them out and who won't.
yeah, we better not fuck with her. You know, I was carrying my motherfucking machete around today in the dark, in the park. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Bella, she's like a little prize dog. She's very beautiful, so she attracts a lot of attention. And you know, everybody doesn't have common sense, so they feel like they could just walk up on her and she's just supposed to love it and just be so happy. And I tell them, you know, all the time, she's very shy and she's very protective of us. So I can't say if she will or will not fuck you up because I haven't seen her do it yet. You know what I'm saying? So she is a beast. She was here first. She's smarter than me. So I'm telling you now, she got teeth in her mouth. And a shy, skittish dog, sometimes they not always gonna run from you. I know that much. But as far as Bella goes, I don't know what she'll do. You know, she hasn't had to prove herself just yet. So, rolling up on the dog, you know, for your safety and mine, please don't walk up on the dog, you know, because if she does injure you or hurt you in any way, then you want to hold me liable, and I don't think we want to do that. So then they get mad because, you know, can't tell some folks something. They think they know everything. They got a monopoly on your shit, your life, you, and everything else too, because they're lonely and they don't have nobody to release on. So they want to waste your motherfucking time, piss you off, dumping on you. You know, we have to really point that out. Mental illness. Somebody that's willing to risk their life, like a limb or their face, with a strange dog, you know, who they say is a dangerous breed, you know, one of those red light breeds or whatever. Just to have something to complain about later if they get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Dad say I can't deal with that. That's why I stay to myself. We go down in the hole in the park and we mind our damn business. But they make it difficult for you to mind your own business. For whatever reason, a lot of males think that if they see a female by herself or a couple of females by themselves, two or, you know, one or two,
I throw rocks.
It's mandatory you got to fuck with us. You just can't let her go by and say your greeting and let her fucking go by. You got to stop.
What I look like naked, out loud, and everything else.
And say dumb shit. You know, and see this character building, it's gonna put all that to a cease because she won't even respond to it. If you spiritually and deeply connected with your daughters and nieces and stuff, that ain't even gonna faze them. It'll probably be more disgusting than anything, you know, because men, gentlemen, you know, black men, they don't talk to you like that. You know, they greet you properly. You know, they give you a chance to respond, and they have conversations with you. They don't They don't howl and whinny and shit at you like a goddamn goat. That's not what men do. Men have a vocabulary and they have a lexicon of knowledge and they share it a little bit at a time, their wisdom. That's what men do in the presence of women in mixed company. You know, that's what I've observed. That's what I was taught by men. So that's what I'm sharing with you. So when they get to braying at the moon and cock-a-doodle doing this shit, it won't even make them flinch. Because a lot of people are attention starved. They have ADD, attention deficit disorder. And it doesn't mean they can't pay attention. It means they need more, didn't get enough attention, can't get enough attention. That's a mental illness too. You know, so the universe is just confirming the, you know, reflection, looking inwards, tapping into our healing, investing in ourselves. Father of Earth brings about that guardianship, that protection. Yeah, to avoid the insecurity. Insecurity popped up. Integration. You know, we're integrating our babies into this goddamn beast we call society. They're leaving us, getting their own four walls and roof, building a temple up the way they want it now. They're gonna be the woman of their house. And we want to continue to extend that standard. You know, whether they have a partner or they're single women, they have a standard. They have a moral code of womanhood that they just will not sink beneath that code. They won't violate that promise to themselves and just allow any and every type of energy up into their temple that they built. You know, have some discretion and not be ashamed to be particular about the type of people who they surround themselves with. You know, to be very, very discreet and private. You know, that's a whole far cry from sneaky. You know, if you sneaky and slimy and two-faced, that's a watery woman code. But discretion is something totally different. You know, discussing your finances, your profession, you know, who you're dating, who you're not dating, who's dating who, all that does not need to be discussed openly with folk just because they're friendly with you. Stuff like that, you know, discretion. My aunt always said that a woman should leave a little bit of mystery for everybody. That way they'll remember who you are, not what you are. So, the healing has begun for some of us, I see. I see people growing and evolving into more of who they really are and really want to be, opening up to those new creative possibilities, considering new possibilities. You know, the grandfather, father, and keep coming up. You know, there's that worldly wisdom. Father Time coming through, you know, to check up on us. The seasons are changing. You know, autumn is right around the corner. Virgo babies. Father of air, you know, the warrior. You're going to have to do some more fighting to get through this last barrier. Some more pushing, you know, more challenging things to come, but it's only in ascension to the highest good that we always talk about. And there's completion, just like I said. getting to that highest good, working it on out, things coming together. So I sure do. I've been struggling with a little something lately too, personal matter. So I told you we even works on ourselves with these cards now. So that's what it say. And I'm with y'all this time. I felt the completion coming, and you know what? The person inside of me said, mm. But the messenger said that's what it said. Completion. So there you go. Can't question the universe. Just that's what it says. That's what it is. So it might make sense later. But yeah, we got to hold down our daughters, and no, we can't have them underneath our wing or our paw anymore, like they used to be clinging to our neck and hip, and we just couldn't get enough of that cuddly little baby. Now she up driving and flying and shit and leaving the country and all kind of shit. You like, well, damn, you just leaving? You just gonna leave me here? But nurturing her, spreading her wings, put some wind under there, help her. Don't watch her struggle and fight and beg you for a relationship, for intimacy with your daughter. Just because they grown, and they're building their own fortress, that doesn't mean they don't still need you. And just like the little girl inside needs her daddy, need her mama too still. Until she is matched up, if that's what she wants, matched up with the one that will take care of her heart and her spirit, just like her relatives would. That's when you're supposed to let go, is when she gets around people who will watch over her just like you do, with the same love. Then you can move on back. Shut the fuck up, sit down and play with the grandchildren and stay the fuck out of her life. All the meddling and shit. I don't know. Did I say that good enough? That's what I'm talking about. Holding her down. She stumbled. Yeah, of course you want to correct her. You want to be there. Give her that firmness from her mama. But you need to love her too. Love her back to life. Stop being so selfish and cold. Because you see her making mistakes or stumbling a lot. Then damn it, you need to start questioning how you mothered her. Why is she stumbling so much? Did you prepare her? Did you give her everything she needed? Stop blaming her. In their young 20s like that, they still learning. Now I can see 35, 40, then we got to go rewind and figure out what's going on. But 20s, you can't expect them to have it all down on the first try, sometimes not on the second try, sometimes not on the fifth damn try, because 20-somethings do dumb shit. You're like, what? Who told you to do that? Another 20-something. Did you think ahead before you decided to do that or spend your money on all that dumb shit? No. Okay, see. Now, let me get the checkbook. Fix this shit so you pay, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your business. And that's what mamas are for. That's what we're for. That's why we work so hard. That's why we try to keep decent credit. Keep a couple of coins in the damn bank and shit, because you never know. You never know. Some curveball might come, your baby girl screaming for help. Mom, you gotta go. You gotta show her how to be a woman. This is how we're gonna fix this. Let me show you what I have done in these situations. Don't browbeat her, make her feel like shit, and call everybody on the phone, tell them how she fucked up and all that. Go to her. And yes, you're going to need a credit card, checkbook, cash. You might have to rob a motherfucking bank. You don't know. But you need to be there for her. It's not always money, but you need money to be able to get to her. So if she's not near you, you got to hold them down. Hold them down. The last thing they need from their mama is judgment, or being pontificated to. I told you so. You didn't listen to me, you know, rubbing their face in it. Because if you think back to when we was in our 20s, it wasn't that many older women that was that damn polite and sweet. I know in the 90s growing up, through the 90s, 80s, high school, 80s, 90s was college. And I was around some mean ass, old, dry, cantankerous motherfuckers. And they was so fucking nasty all the time. There was always something wrong with these old bats. And could always just find a way to suck the air right out the damn room. It's not easy. And that that sticks with you, That shit sticks with you, especially if it happens to you often. And you're trying to figure out why these heifers is so damn ornery with you. They never can say and explain it. But every time you cross that path, they some mean ass motherfucking just incessantly evil. And it's just you they fuck with. Or you and one other family member, You're always fucking with them two little girls. Why? We can't do that to our babies, Whether they your daughter or not, your niece or not. We gotta hold our baby girls down. When you see one of her friends struggling with her self, build her up. Try to figure out where it is that she's struggling at. Show her that you care. Somebody cares. There's another black woman who went through your 20s stumbling around too. I get it. It doesn't hurt. As a matter of fact, it spreads quickly. Because we are natural nurturers and we have natural compassion, very sensitive compassion, natural nurturers. So it touches our hearts and our spirits to be able to identify with other women who have experienced a lot of the same things we have and handled them differently, yet been able to survive through it and still come out the other side halfway the fuck still knowing who the hell we are. And being able to still work and have a mental capacity to take care of a family, solo or not, still have husbands and have loving relationships with them after everything that some of our women have gone through. So that's something that we need to really think about. And again, if you have a little extra change this weekend and you want to set up and invest in yourself, don't hesitate to book your reading live with me, $20 at empathang@gmail.com. You can also donate to Butterfly Totem at that same email ID. If you have like I said, $5 a day for Starbucks or Caribou coffee, throw me $2.50. If you want an email reading, I do $10 email readings, and you can hit the support button on my channel page and send your contribution or your booking payment through the same support button. You shoot me a note and a time when you want your live reading, and I do them here right on Hangouts or Skype Facebook too. Facebook sucks, but it works. It's a good video tool as well for portable stuff if you're on your phone or whatever. So yeah, I'm here doing readings, and we had a lovely day today. Other than the stalkerage, but I'm gonna start calling this Stalkerville instead of goddamn Fayetteville. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas. What's wrong with you? That's all I want to know. Everything else is relative. I just want to know what the hell is wrong with you. Why? Why you act like animals? I don't know, but please feel free to go over to Empath Angie on Facebook. And if you've already had a reading with me, I would love for you to make a comment and give me some stars. If you just like the page, you can go over there, make a comment about the page, and give me some stars if you want to. That'd be awesome. So go to the left over there, go around the corner, over to empathangie@gmail.com and put your comments. Book your reading while you're over there. $20. That's all it is. It was Friday yesterday now, so I took a little time off, from this here, because I can't have all kind of people looking at me all the time. So, but we hustling. We've been doing pretty good, and picking up a little momentum, which is awesome. And been connecting with some lovely people, just lovely. And I don't know if y'all caught it, but I got me a reading last week with some oracle cards. I'm still reminiscing on that reading. I'm never gonna forget that reading. And I want to do that more. I want my tarot people, you know, period. It don't have to be tarot. It could be anything. It could be freestyle, whatever tools that you use. But I love to watch other tarot readers too. And when there's an instant connect like that and I get a reading, whew, that was powerful. Y'all don't, it's very powerful. So, um, I want, us to do pop-ins like that and chats, and we have a lovely time and we sit up here until we damn near pass out. Oh, I am sorry. Hi, Neo Killer. I didn't see you in the chat room. I'm over here just talking. I didn't peek. Please forgive me. I didn't see you there. Sorry. Let me make this smaller so I can see the chat better. There we go. Now, what's happening, Neo Killer? Sorry, I didn't know you were there, dear. Hello. Howdy, y'all. Whoever out there. Yeah, so, holding down our daughters. Very important. And when they have stuff that's bothering them, we need to help them process it. Help them walk through these things. A lot of young people are losing very close friends. They're getting shot, killed, come up missing, and it's not them killing each other. Okay, so I see firsthand 4 young 20-somethings, who are always telling me about somebody they lost due to some senseless shit that, the city or the state was doing, and, meeting quotas and profiling people and fucking with high school students, treating them like animals and shit, inside the high school. Riots and all kind of stuff. So it just speaks volumes to the world that we live on. People feel that violence and senseless acts of hate toward our little girls is the key to happiness for some reason, the key to manhood, the key to whatever that these sick hybrids are doing to sacrifice our little girls' souls and bodies. There's a lot of anger in our youth. So, character builders for our young girls, holding our daughters down. Just like daddy can let them down, mama can let them down too. And it's a whole different ball game when your mama disappoints you and say, you know what? How could you do that? You know? And I see a lot of mother-daughter betrayal too, especially when it comes to the root chakra, kundalini, demonic, leviathan possessed, sirens of mamas who feel they have to compete sexually or sensually with their daughters. That is just really sickening when I see that. It really bothers me when I see that, how mothers do their daughters. That goddamn beauty contest between you and your damn daughter. That's teaching her how to reach for superficial validation versus having the people see her true spirit, her true nature. You're cheating your young woman out of a lot when that happens. So character building is very important. Holding our daughters down, making sure we instill personal accountability, owning up to their own actions and choices, good, bad, in between, being accountable, being a woman in her full 360-degree existence, not having to be constantly reminded of stuff, constantly, pulled back in line by her peers or her friends. People in her cipher don't always have to keep helping her adjust her behavior, helping her manage her behavior. That's also very good character trait. When you have to constantly, girl, stop. Would you be quiet? You shouldn't have to manage your fellow woman behavior. It's just a certain point in life you just start understanding, your principles won't let you do and say certain things anymore. It's just not fitting of a woman of a particular character or stage in her life. So that's very important, holding our daughters down. And I had no idea what I was going to talk about today, but I just was thinking about all these little girls I have in my life now, and it is so amazing. Amazing to me. The reason why it's amazing is because, before I left Chicago, I said, I'm not having no more female animals. They are the meanest, most cantankerous little dogs. Is a female pit. And I had one, and I didn't have enough space for her, so I had to adopt her out. And this guy lived near me, fell in love with her. He loved her so much, and she was a brindle terrier pit, Nala. And Nala was off the heezy. She was a man's dog. She loved that guy. So I let him have her. And that made his whole life. And like I had a female cat who had all female kittens. I'm like, I'm sick of y'all motherfucking females. So I had boy dogs. And that was a power struggle because they all were alphas from different litters. And then I got here and I said, no females. And then I met Bella. And then I had two young ladies. One is now officially lost her damn mind. She'll be back though. Two, spiritual nieces. And of course my own lovely daughter and her daughter, my granddaughter. So I'm surrounded by chicks again. But it's amazing to me because I always wanted to gravitate more to the females because I've always been a tomboy and I kind of got along better with guys in my younger years. I still do. But, I like to balance it out now. I'm getting older. And, you want to kind of have a variety of folk. Not too many, but a good variety of the ones that you kind of like and like you back. So, yeah. The girls. We have our girl stuff that we do. And it's something that I don't think I could ever replace that with anything. It's too special. So sorry. It's the weekend and they like doing dumb shit. So yeah, but yes, excuse me one moment, y'all. But yeah, we gotta hold down our daughters. I'm gonna get some more food to shovel in my face. Yeah, holding down our daughters. Right back. Sorry, y'all, that was a little ratchet, but I wanted to get some more food. Alrighty, yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot where we left off. Was holding down our daughters. Character builders. Getting them prepared not just for their, financial stability or their career. Not just that. Strengthening their spirit, because people can be really nasty and really rotten and they have no justifiable reason, only their own, which is twisted. No justifiable reason for being nasty, mean, sanctimonious old heifers. Some of them is niggas. And they will come for you because you might appear to have your shit together a little bit. you know, and just to see if they can knock you the fuck off your square. Just because. They don't have to know you or even have a reason. Y'all forgive me. I'm over here shoveling my face. Well, I don't want to be too rude. Sorry about that. Oh, Bella, it's okay. It's all right there, ma'am. All right, sorry about that. Bella was talking. So make sure you take a look over there at empathangie@gmail.com. Put your support by clicking the support button and checking out Empath Angie on Facebook. Donate to Butterfly Totem. And it's coming along here. We're getting things lined up, starting to look into, the building permits and stuff like that, getting research done on that. It's going to be a whole new ball of wax, Lord. So I'm enjoying the process. There's so many different creative ways you can put things together and make them work for the greater good. So let's make sure we meet our $40 goal today. Sorry, I'm just horrible. I'm just eating. $40 goal, and I have ample time to do some readings this evening. It's a lovely, lovely night here, and I love doing readings in the evening because it seems like the energy is more electric at night for readings and divination, meditation, things like that. I'm nocturnal anyway, so. But our daughters, they are some of the most fascinating people. Once you get to know them, understanding them more, it makes motherhood worth it. So, empathangie@gmail.com to book your $20 live tarot reading with me. 1 hour. I do $10 email readings. Here I am. I'm done feeding my face. And the email, yeah, $10 email readings. And tonight it's about holding it down for our daughters. We can do mother-daughter readings. And I did a couple of those. And I see those pairs of moms and daughters. There's two moms and two daughters. Amazing they are. And I love to watch mothers and daughters together because they have their own special language. It's hilarious how they be going back and forth. A mom that is really hilarious with her daughter. She probably gonna get mad at me. Lovey 2000. She's hilarious. Her and her daughter. Oh my goodness. Have you in stitches? But yeah, don't forget to hit the support button. If you catch this on the rebound, you already know what it is. Just hit that blue button on the channel page on my YouTube channel here or there, wherever, I don't know. And shoot us a little love. And also support Black First. Don't forget now. Support Black First. When you hit the floor, ready to go, grab that frozen yogurt or that Italian ice before it get too chilly outside. You can spare a little change, for the butterfly totem. We only have a $40 a day goal. So that's 2 live readings I can do, or by video if you want it recorded. I can also do the $10 email. Invest in yourself. This is so we all are reaching for our highest good, our greatest good, reaching for peace, inner standing, learning more about ourselves, challenging ourselves, changing old behaviors that no longer serve us, exchanging those with new, different behaviors so that we can tap into things that we've been putting off, creative things, more educational things, left brain, right brain, you know. That's what it's about. That's what spirituality is all about. Tapping, looking deeper, finding, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Finding new paradigms about ourselves, new abilities, new talents, learning a different skill set. There's nothing written in stone to say we have to stick to one particular, you know, form or lifestyle of making money, one particular skill set, one means of making a living. There's nobody has to stick to one way. And if you're intelligent, especially as a Black woman in today's fucked up society, you better have more than one stream of income coming in, and good ones, not just trickles. You need some flow, more than one, at least five, in this economy. As a self-sufficient woman, adult, fully functioning, all her faculties, got her business together, learning and growing, educating herself more. 5 streams of income. So I'm working on it. I got 2 irons in fire. I've got 3 behind, and I'm trying to get that together. So that's another way we can hold our daughters down when they have a vision and they want to try something new, open up their own little business, be an entrepreneur. You take a few, help her push the, what, you got 5, I got 5, put 1,000 in there. We see what we get out of it. It's not gonna kill you. That's what you've been working all your life for anyway, was to take care of them children. you know, and we can do our thing still, you know, because they don't have to be right with us as much. So we can still tip off and do what we got to do and see stuff and sightsee and all that shit. But your daughter is still your number one. Your daughter's still your number one priority. You gotta hold her down, you know. I had a trip waiting on me and I had to flush that money down the toilet because she needed me. I let it go. Like, whatever. You know what? Let me just do what I gotta do on the home front. Because I'm the mama wolf and I got to make sure shit is right. So otherwise who will? You know? They're adults, but sometimes they're still a little lost without us. You know? What are you doing? This dog is like a garbage disposal. So we gotta hold them down. We gotta hold them down. Make sure they're always know how important they are to us, near or far. And just keep drilling it in. You know, make sure you are very clear and acutely describe how hybrid, deadheaded niggas out here don't care if you somebody's daughter, somebody's niece, somebody's precious girl child. They don't care about that. All they care about is what their aim, their goal is to see how far they can push the envelope with their fetishes or their sicknesses or their twisted fantasies. You know, most of them are perverse, you know. And you know, like I said, you could be standing there bleeding with gunshot wounds and some niggas will still try to talk to you. This don't make no damn sense. You cannot unattach your brain from your damn root ass chakra long enough to call 911. You know, it's deep out here in these streets how sick some of these folk is, you know, and they preying on our little girls. They're preying on our little girls, and some of our babies are very unsuspecting. We think we taught them well because they know how to make money and they can hold it down and manage their funds good, but their little spirit is weak. They're naive, some of them too sheltered. They haven't been exposed to some of the harsher realities of everyday life. They can be wonderful in the boardroom, you know, or in the courtroom or in the OR or wherever. But when it comes to recognizing game, ooh, they got a lot that they missed. So that's where we come in. The eagle eye, the mama bird, you know, to help them sharpen up that eye, help them get that together so that they are not left hurt, heartbroken, abused, tricked. You know, a lot of men like making black women the butt of their damn joke. And I'm not talking about the obvious ass shit fucker neither. I'm talking about period. They sit back and laugh at women who have been through something maybe a little embarrassing, been through something private, something that is sensitive. A lot of black males, not men, but the males, the deadheads that love poking fun at a black woman's pain. They take so much joy in it. I seen a group of them doing it today on social media. And these women, some of them have boyfriends or husbands, and they sit up and go right back to that same chaotic situation, all the while fighting back, but still exposing ourselves to this abuse. And that's why I say sometimes we have to consider that there are masochists also, who are mentally ill in that way and don't know that they're masochists. And their world is not balanced if they're not suffering in some kind of way or experience some type of abuse from a man in any capacity. It doesn't have to be her intimate partner. That's a form of validation. Believe it or not, as twisted as that shit sounds, it's true. So that's why we have to build up our character in our little girls. Every day, every day, every day. From the cradle, the basket, the bassinet, all the way up to kindergarten graduation, 6th grade graduation, 8th grade, 12th grade, on up. It's ongoing. That way they will never forget, and no one else will be able to drag them down to a frequency where they feel their life is worthless. They don't deserve to be treated well. They don't deserve respect from genuine, general human respect. It's a lot of black women that don't feel like they deserve to be respected. And when they do run across people who respect them and accept them and don't judge them and don't, feel the need to mock or, belittle or demean or chime in, jump on the bandwagon, you know, of destruction, they don't know how to absorb that. They don't know how to digest that. I ran into a lot of women who they never had a real friendship with another woman. They never had another woman be kind to them, be genuine. It's amazing. It's amazingly sad. Have them flip, flop, just, I guess, like they say, love make you do crazy shit. They never experienced it, so they don't know how to deal with it. So it comes out in different ways. Some of them anger, some of it, just total shutdown. Some of it, paranoia. It comes out in many different ways. I have been told that it's just, ain't nobody, you're not. I don't believe you. One of these days, you're gonna do something stupid. This and that. That's how everybody black woman is that I ever tried to be friends with. I'm like, well, honey, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm just not that type of person. So if you're that nervous about being around me and you think it's that bit high of a risk, then I respect that, and I can be nice and kind and cordial to you, and that's that. You know. But she raised the eyebrow to a good point. I see lots and lots of black women who are very, very nasty to each other. And it makes me wonder if they do have daughters, how do those daughters feel? You know, what are they thinking? Stuff like that. You know, because of the hurt, the brokenness that we carry. And a lot of times we don't know how to purge it, how to deal with it, how to explain it. You know, it just, so many layers to it, you're just stuck at a loss. You know, so very, very lovely thing to have a spiritual bond ongoing with your daughters, holding your daughters down, holding it down for them, showing them that, you know, the women in their life don't have to be unreliable. They don't have to always be the resourceful one, you know, the go-to person. It's good to have people you can go to as well, you know, and by us doing that for our daughters, they reach for more teachers. They understand to be good leaders, they need to learn how to follow. And it's different paths to leadership, not just one formula to it. You got to learn how to be a good follower in order to be a good leader, too. So it's a lot of queens that sit in the building and they all reign differently. And that's what makes it beautiful. It's a harmony to sharing the throne room with more than one queen. You know, at the round table, all that royalty coming together, all that power, all that wisdom coming in, it's all coming in different ways, different forms of uniqueness. So why can't several queens get together and have the same drumbeat? Why not? Because we have low self-esteem, we have those that didn't have character builders before they got to their womanhood. And those of us that did, whether someone did it for us or whether we learned how to do it ourselves, still have a lot to offer a lot of these young girls. And to, you know, talk about them, degrade them, call them hoes and skanks and thoughts and shit, you know, and really viciously attack them, and they really don't know no better. That's why they lash back like that. They're defending all that they know. So of course it's gonna be vicious. You know, if I call a young sister a thought, she'll, what? Fuck you, old. You know, that's not the way to heal that and open up that space to figure out where we need to address what we need to do to help enhance the character and the self-worth in them. As it gets more difficult the older they get. And it's really upsetting to see, you know, women in their 40s and 50s still kind of lost, soul just lost. They don't quite understand themselves or really know who they really are. Because again, we carry a lot of pain, a lot of pain. And no one was around for a lot of us to help us work through it. So we got to hold it down for our daughters. And, you know, it's getting a little late here, and I have had a very brisk day today. You know, I did a lot of studying, a lot of working, and some resting. So I'm still quite bushed, and I'm catching up on all them sleepless nights that I had in a row for the past month. So I'm gonna be popping in and out with a little bit shorter streams and stuff, and I'm gonna jump on over to Facebook probably early in the morning after I do morning reading ritual, stuff like that. And we might sit outside or something. You never know. So you all, don't forget, hit that donate button. Help us get to our $40 daily goal. It's $20 for 1 hour live reading with me, yours truly. $10 email readings. You just hit that support button, add a little note on it. Or you can visit my Empath Angie page on Facebook. Click that book now button. It'll take you right to my website. You'll see the regular prices. So I just wanted to let you know, you'll see those regular prices to see how much of a deep discount that I'm doing readings with the public now. And it's just to open up that portal of investigating, getting more into the spiritual world, the occult, and seeing that it's not as evil as what mainstream society would want us to believe. And it is very helpful. And my readings are strictly confidential, of course, and very private and intimate. I like to have a whole hour because sometimes you have some things that you just need to, slow down and absorb it a little bit before you move on to the next one. So $20 live readings via Skype or Hangout or Facebook. I had ooVoo, but I don't think it works on this thing. Yeah, we're going to hold it down for our daughters. $10 email readings. Hit that support button. We only got a $40 a day limit. So y'all been beautiful, and I want to say thank you. Give my flowers. Thank you to everybody who has supported, who has come in shining brightly to help me get this thing moving and be successful. And word of mouth, if you share my page, that's awesome too. I thank you for that. Don't forget to stop through though. Stop through and book your appointment, for your reading. It's only $20. So if you get 4 of those a year, it'll only be $80, Winter, spring, summer, fall, $20. That'll be only $80 a year you spending on readings to, reach your greatest good, your highest good. Invest in yourself. Email me. If you have an email reading, you don't feel like talking, you can email me and I will do your reading for you either on a video or just strictly email, however you want to do it. 1 hour live with me is $20. And I will record it for you if you can't get to me live, and then you can shoot your questions back or whatever if you need anything else. So I'm going to say great evening, and I will see you on the other side of the sun. Hotep, one love, one family, peace. Love yourself, be good to yourself, and be good to each other, because if we don't love each other, we already see what's happening. So peace out, fam. I'm going to go finish studying some more and have a nice night. One love.